Hey viewers, welcome back once again. Well, in my previous video, we talked about the installation of the AutoCAD software. In this video, we'll be talking about the difference between the AutoCAD 2008, the 2015 and the 2016. On my left is the 2008, in the middle is the 2015, and then on my right is the 2017. Well, you could see that there's a huge difference between the 2008, the 2015 and the 2017. We'll be talking about the difference and how their user interfaces works. So let's begin with the 2008. Now with the 2008, when you open it at first, this is how it appears. We have our, let's go with the file first. With our file, we have new, and the new is used to create a new, let's say, document. In AutoCAD, we don't call it document, we call it card. So the new is used to create a new card. And we have open. With the open, let's click on the open. With the open, you can use to open any previous design you were working on. So we have a composite, a cross section, doors, windows, settings, and then let's continue. We have load, makeup, set, close, project browse, save as, transmit, publish to web, and then IFC. With the IFC, it's, let's say, a program you can import or you can export your drawing to it, and then export to card. Let's say you have a different let's say plan. We used a different application to draw it, so to export it you can use the AutoCAD one to export to that one. We have our page setup, plotter manager, plot style manager, plot preview, and then plot. With a plot, let's say you have a drawing already and you want to have the soft copy, or let's say an image form. You use the plots, and the plots preview is used to, let's say I have a drawing here. Let me show you an example. We have this square here. Let's say we have this room. Let's call it a room. Now with the plot, let's click on the plot. So this is how the plot looks like. With the plot is to change. Let's say we want to have a picture of the building. So here you can change it to any this one that you want. We have DWF to ePlot to PDF to DWF55 to JPEG to PNG. So let's go to JPEG. Let's go to JPEG. Okay. So yeah, now you have to change your settings to, you can change, well with this you can change it to any paper size that you want. So all these are like the size that you want your image to show us. So it has a default image pixel that one. And with this plot area, we have the display, we have extend, we have limits, we have windows. With the display, it's like it shows the whole background. Let's call this a land. It shows the whole land, so any drawing on the land will show with the display. With the extend, you choose where you want it to show up to. With the limit, it has a limit, so let's say it can show from here to this place, that's the limit. And then with the windows, it's like you select a specific place. So let's go with the window. Once I click on the window, you see it closes the pop-up menu and this arrow and plus sign shows. So once it's highlighted, it shows. So you can go to the preview. The preview will show how it will look on the paper, but when you have to save it, this colored line won't show. It all shows as black. So let's explain. So yeah, that's the use of the plot. And now we have edits. With the edits, we have undo plots, we have the redo, we have cuts, we have copy, we have copy with baseline, then copy link, paste as block, and we have paste as hyperlink, paste to original coordinates, paste special, and we have our deletes, select or select similar. Similar is like we have the same thing but then at a different place. It's like when we have find is you've named something but then you can't find where you placed it in the drawing. So when you click on find, it will find where it is for you. Now with a view, you have the region or region model, refresh section and elevation. Keynote display, update field, viewpoints. The viewpoints, we have viewpoints 1, 2, 3, and 4, which shows the sides of the building. And then we have our 3D. With the 3D, we have viewpoints presets, viewpoints, plan view, which is the current world named. And then we have the top, bottom, left, right, front, and back. With the top, it shows this. With the bottom, it shows under the building. Left, it shows the left side. The right also shows the right. We have the southwest, the southeast, the northeast, and then the northwest. And then we have our 3D orbit. The 3D orbit helps you, let's say, to orbit the building. Let's say once you've drawn this one, we want to see how it will look like. So you can use the shortcut, or you can right click on your mouse, click on objects view, so once you click on the object view, it shows this. So this is the box that we drew. Now as I was saying earlier, the top shows, okay, let's go with the top. It shows this, and then the bottom shows under it, right and left. The left shows the left side of it, the right also shows the right side. Well, since I haven't added anything to it, there won't be any difference. So let's go with the southwest. The southwest shows, as you know, southwest how it's been. So yeah, that's all for now. And then we have our walk and fly. The walk is like, when we go with the walk, it shows like, let's say you're walking around it, and then the fly shows the top side, let's say how it should move, or how, let's say, when someone is in the sky, or let's say there's a drone showing the side of a building, how it should look like. And then we have our aerial view, cameras, height, visual style. In the visual style, we have our 2D, and well, this is in a 2D form. We have our this is in a 3D form. We have our wireframe, our hidden, our realistic, and then concepted. With the wireframe, it shows us lines. Hidden. Okay, let me show you in the object view stage. So when you focus your attention to the top left side, you can see it shows let's go with the 3D hidden. So this is the 3D hidden. This is our wireframe. With the wireframe, it shows in lines. Wireframe shows in lines, and then the conceptual shows in colored form. Realistic is like it shows in real life how it will look like. It's the same. They don't have any difference though, but then it just shows slight changes with a 3D. It shows in lines, and 3D wireframe also shows in line. The conceptual shows in colored form, and then the realistic shows in like how it will look in real. And now let's go with the insect. With the insect, we have our design center. The design center is where you could locate your chairs, let's say your chairs, bed, cars and other stuff you want to insert in your building. And we have our multi-view block, DWG reference, DWF underlay, raster image field. We have our table, and then we have our detailed components manager. We also have 3D studio, and all this stuff. And let's go to the formats. The format, we have our style manager, display manager, layer manager, layer tools, and when you click on this, you see another pop-up menu. You don't usually have to click though. Once your mouse cursor is on it, it shows the pop-up menu. With the pop-up menu, the layer tool has other tools in it. So all these tools are about the layer. We have our structure member. It also has things in there. Now we have our AE dimension style, AEC dimension style, dimension style. We have all these stuff. We have our table style, table text style. And with the design, we have our wall. And then we have our curtains wall. Yeah, someone will be like, what's the difference between the wall and the curtains wall? Well, with the wall, the wall is thicker, and with the curtains wall, it's like an open type of wavy, an open center style. Yeah, then we have our doors, we have our windows, we have our door window assembly, then opening. Now, so you can see the difference here. You see how the icons shows here is different from how it shows in the 2015. So let's go with the 2015 now. With the 2015, you will see it has a whole different look. Now, with the 2008, we didn't have this, but with the 2015, we have this here, and then it changes. Well, since I installed it recently, I haven't really done any drawing in the 2015 yet, so you wouldn't see any up here or like any recent documents here. So we have our new as well. With a new, we have create a new project, use it, and then we have our open. With the open we have a drawing from cloud, project, DGN, IFC, and then the IFC stands for industry foundation classes. And then we have our sample files, and then we have our save, we have our savers. And with the savers, we have saving it to the DWJ file, and you could also save it to a DWT standard drawing standard, other files, which is a DWT, DWS or DXF file. Then we have exports. You can export it to the AutoCad, which is 2013, 2010, 2007, 2004, 2000. You see, and we have our DWFX. There's a difference between the DWF and then the DWFX. With the next video, I would explain it more so you get understanding of it. We have our 3D DWF. We have our PDF, DGN, IFC, and then we have our publish. We can send it to a 3D print service, archive, map guide, AEC DWF. Then we have our prints. With the prints, you can see there's another plot in it. Batch plot, plot preview, view plot, page setup, and then let's go with the drawing utility. In the drawing utility, we have our drawing property, drawing setup, audit, status, period, recovery. The recovery is like, let's say, you see, you could be doing the work, then all of a sudden your program freezes, you won't be able to do anything, then the program all of a sudden it shuts itself down. So when you have to open it back, it will show you that your file wasn't saved. So do you wish to recover your previous thing? Then we have our close. With the close, like, let's say we have current drawing. Let's say if we're working on this drawing, it will show that we should close this current drawing, and we've opened multiple drawings. You could also choose to close all drawings. Now, in a home, the home has the usual thing, but data it has more stuff than the 2008. It has more stuff than the 2008. And if you notice, you could see in the 2008 you could see a design, but with this there is no design in it, because all the tools, or let's say all the components needed in the design has been placed under the home. So you could see our wall, our door, our windows, roof slab, stairs and space and stuff. Now insects, you have different stuff too here. Annotation also has different stuff. We have our annotation to multi-line text, AEC dimension. In the 2008 it was AEC dimension style. With this it's different. So we have render. With the render we have create light, no shadow, sound status. With the create light, let's say you've drawn the building, you want a light so that, let's see, how the light will shine in it. And then with the no shadow is there shouldn't be any shadow of the building on the ground. Then we have our sound status. With the sound status, you could do it, let's say it should be either in the morning or in the evening. You could change your time. Then with the sound status we have the date or the time it should be like, and then we have materials, animation, camera, render. Then we have our view. With the view we have our steering view, and this our steering view. This is our steering view. You could notice that in the 2008 we didn't have this in it, but with the 2015 we have it. So it was like, since it was an upgrade of it, they added more tools to it. So in the 2017 you would notice that it has more tools than the 2015. We have our top, bottom, left, right, front, back, southwest, and those kind of stuff. With the pan is like, you want to move an object from here to here. Okay, so let's draw something. Forgive me though, this is just an example, and let's highlight it. Now let's go with a pan. Let's say if your mouse scroll bar, you could use a scroll bar, but if your mouse scroll bar isn't working, then you go with this. But if your mouse scroll bar is working, you don't really have to go for this. You just click on the scroll button and then you move it around. So that's the use of the pan. That's the use of the pan. And then we have our 2D wireframe, which is the orbit. This is also the same as the orbit, but it has a different name. You could see with the 2015 there are more stuffs than the 2008. With the 2008 we only had our wireframe, 3D wireframe hidden, 3D wireframe, conceptual, and then realistic. Or in the 2015 we have shaded with edges, shade of grays, sketchy real, wireframe, and then X-ray. And we have our manager here. So that's the difference. Now let's go to the 2017. Yeah, with the 2017, you could see a whole. You could see it's on a whole different level. Let's go with the home. You see it on a whole different level. It doesn't have our add doors, add windows, and those stuff here like in the 2015. The difference in all is that with the 2008 we have design. 2015 has no design, and then with the 2017 it also has no design. But the difference between it is that, okay, let me open it all for you. 2015, 2008. So we see a difference. 2008 we have this design which contains our walls and other stuff. Two 2015 doesn't have a design. It has home, and the home contains the walls and the stuff, which is the build. It has its folder, which is the build, and in the folder contains the subfolder. With the 2017, it has home. It has no walls or build subfolder to contain, but it has no walls or subfolder. And you see, when I clicked on this, it showed more tools. Meaning there are more tools which won't be displayed here unless you click on it for it to show. So yeah, that's the difference. And now when you open the software at first, you could see this box grid lines in here. We call them grid lines. Yeah, grid lines. So when you click on this, it becomes plain, and you see it shows that on the command it has grade off. You could either turn it on or turn it off. You can decide what to do with it. Now let's talk about this part. I forgot to talk in the 2008. This, we have our display grid, which is this. We also have snap mode. The snap mode is used to show tools. Yeah, this. Now we have our auto. With the auto is supposed to make the line straight. So no matter how I turn my mouse, it's either going to be vertical or horizontal. But immediately I turn this auto off. Now wherever I turn my mouse, that's the type of line it's going to draw for me. So the auto is very necessary, unless maybe you are not needing let's say a straight line. Yeah. But if you really do need a straight line, you always have to make sure your auto is on. Then we have our polar. The polar is what makes the line, let's say, either it slants the line. Yeah, let me use that word, slants. It slants the line for you. And then we have our ISO drafts, snap object, snap cursor, sorry, which is the object snap. The object snaps contains let's see, when you are drawing a line, it has end points, midpoint, center. So with the object snap, it contains all those snaps. So if you are in need of, let's say, midpoints, you click to activate midpoint. The midpoint is to show the middle of the drawing or the line that you have. Yeah. We have other tools too here. We have the show order, add scale, annotation scale, and then we have the current view. With this is to show how the lines are supposed to do. 1:1 is like, let's say, when I'm to type 300,000, it's 300,000 that is supposed to show here. 1:2 is it divides the 300,000 to 2, so it will show half of the 300,000. Then we have a whole lot of scales here. So let's call this our scale tool. We have in meters, we have in feet. They're small, so you could decide to change this. 100:1 is like, let's say, when it's 300 it will become 3. When it's 30,000, it will become 300. Yeah, so it divides it into a smaller scale for you. Now let's talk about these tools here. We have our insects, like as we saw in the annotate, view, manage. You could see there are whole different tools. Maybe some will be similar, but then this has more tools, more functions than the other one. The 2015 annotation, we have in annotation also has a whole different tools with it. View, you can see another whole different thing. Output, admin, A360, HS2. So that's the difference between the 3 AutoCAD tools that I have. Well, there are more tools. Well, in every year a new version comes. Now we have the AutoCAD 2022 and 2023 year, but I only have 2008, 2015 and 2017. Thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and hold on. In our next video we'll be talking about how to use the tools in the drawing. So in our next video we'll be drawing our personal building plan. Thank you guys, see you next time, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.